Okay, so yeah, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grow More Technologies. So myself, Vinod, I will be the trainer of this Playwright course, and also I'm a certified Playwright test architect as well as a certified GitHub Copilot AI agents, and also Azure AZ and 400. So it's a pipeline related one for the Microsoft Azure certification thing. And overall, I have 11 years of experience in this industry. I came across product based companies and service based companies and a lot of domains like insurance, banking, e-commerce, and a lot of domains I have came across. And basically, I started my career on Cognizant and CSS Corps and Oracle. Now I'm currently on Direct Line Group, which is DLG Insurance, UK based one. I'm on direct payroll. Okay. This is about me. So quickly, let's go to the demo session. So basically, uh, how many of you or came across are currently working on the IT or all are freshers? So
Hello, Vinay. I'm working IT. Curator.
yeah, okay.
Hi,
So
I'm working.
you are okay. I'm not able to get. Okay, so few of them are working in IT, and some need to get into IT. So I can see that thing. So basically, so why we need automation testing? Anyone? So it's gonna be the interactive session. Okay, so anyone?
We can reduce the manpower time and it will automatically run the script parallelly more than 50 or etc. TCs, right? So it will be easy. So
Yes, exactly. So basically, manual testing it will have the more effort and also a lot of time consuming, and also there is a lot of cost for the client. So they wanted everything to be automated. So what they started doing is they want the resource to be no manual as well as automation. So basically, automation saves the time and it will improve the accuracy and increase the test coverage. Like at that time, you can test it on Chrome browser, mobile device, as well as Edge browser. Like like kind of a lot of test coverage we can cover, and also it reduces the long term cost. So if the application is want to deploy on the 2 years, by using automation part, and we can deploy the same application, same testing effort within 6 months. So lot of things has been reduced. So it's a lot of time saving and cost saving for
Your
the
voice
client.
is not audible. Are you
So
speaking?
so you for automation we need some tools, right? So we need something to do the automation. So what are the available tools in the market? So previously, currently also there is a Selenium. It's been there for a long time, and Cypress and Playwright. And in my experience and also in the previous market, most of the companies were used Selenium. So because it supports UI, mobile, API, and a lot of automation work. But the thing is, we need to do some proper setup things and a lot of flakiness in the test cases, and it requires a lot of coding knowledge, and you should maintain those things. Someone to be there, so that is little bit difficult previously, and also it uses old technologies. It is not that much. It is suitable for latest web technologies, but still, there is a new tool in the market which is growing a lot, and it is also having a it has achieved a very stable automation. So which is the tool is Playwright. Okay, have you ever heard about Playwright? Oh, okay. So maybe everyone is new to the Playwright. I'll tell you the features of Playwright. So basically, Playwright is a end-to-end testing framework for the modern web application. So our new application were developed under the React JS, Angular JS, and uses a JavaScript a lot. Okay, so in modern application, it will be faster when compared to Selenium. So Playwright is much faster. It's a young one, and it has a good community support. Okay, basically, Playwright, it is developed by Microsoft, and also it gives a very good community support. Okay, so why? What is the reason we need a Playwright? You have the answers on the screen. So basically, it supports a cross-browser support. So it supports Chrome. We can automate on the Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and WebKit. It's nothing like Safari. And also, it has a very special feature, which is it reduces the flaky test. Like it has automatic retry locators, which sometimes in Selenium we specifically handle those things. But in Playwright, it is auto waits and it will execute and retry features and debug features. A lot of features are there, and also it supports a parallel and also its other advantages in Playwright is there it gives a trace, screenshots, videos, and step-by-step debugging, which is a very great feature in the Playwright. Okay, and Playwright, which language it supports? So basically, it supports JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, Java, and .NET. Okay, and also it has another built-in features like when there is an interaction in the web browsers or some network calls, though we can mock web network calls, file upload, authentication reuse, and also some mobile emulation things when we reduce the size. Lot of things it supports. Okay, so let's see what is the major difference between the Selenium and Playwright. Okay, so basically we should understand how the architecture is developed. Okay, so Selenium is using a W3 protocol. It's one of the architect. So basically, what happens? So our test script will. So example, we have a set of list in our hand and a grocery item we need to buy. What we will do? We will go to the market. Okay. So we will buy one item. Then again we will come to home. Again we will go and purchase the second item. Again we will come to home. And third we will purchase another item like chips. And again we will come to home. So this process takes lot of time. So this is how the Selenium work. But whereas in Playwright Architect, so it follows WebSocket. It always connection between them. So if you send list of list to purchase in the market, it goes to the market. It purchase each and everything in a single session. Then after completing that, it will return to the home. So what happens? So it is much faster. It will reduce a lot of time. It less flaky. So that is the major difference between the Selenium and Playwright. So that is the difference here. And also in Selenium, we don't have any auto waits. So basically, if you are doing any process or if you are clicking any item or sending any item, basically we have to tell the Selenium to wait for some time until it available. After that only it will proceed. But in Playwright, inbuilt, it will automatically wait for the certain action to be done. And also both it supports Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and the test speed. I basically told right. So the architecture of Selenium is much different, and also Playwright is much faster and different. So we will have the faster execution. Okay, and also it reduces flakiness and network interception. We can't do in the Selenium, but we can do in the Playwright. It also supports a API automation and also parallel execution. We have to do some custom setup on the Selenium, which one of the it's a challenging part. But in Playwright, it's very supportive. It's by default it have a supporting nature. Okay. Okay, so this is the difference between the Selenium and Playwright, and that's the reason we are going for the Playwright. Okay, it's a best application, best tool. So, and also there is some limitation on the Playwright. So let's see. So what are the limitations? Like Playwright, it doesn't support the IE and also native desktop application. Like you can see in my screen, there are a lot of application. These are all desktop application. These kind of application it won't support, and also it won't support the native apps. So in mobile, we will have Instagram, WhatsApp. Those are all native applications that won't support by Playwright, and also captcha. So the for each human interaction for some web application, it will ask for the captcha. Those kind of activity we can it won't support, and also the prompt from the applications like this is erupted one file need to update, those kind of prompt from the Windows OS application that can be handled, and also the human interaction and biometric stuff that can be supported by Playwright. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, so I take it as a no. And also one more thing, there should be no gap between trainer and student. Even if I don't think it is a silly question or good question. Question is always a question. You should be open and you can arise anytime. Okay. And for play, what we should know. Any
One
idea?
doubt for me actually. Before session, you asked right. The captcha and biometric verification is not handling by the playwright, right? On such
Okay.
cases, organization what they would be do either any alternative case is there either in Selenium or they are using or else a different way or else manually they need to verify those things. I'm just asking.
Those, yeah, good question. So the thing is, in automation, everything cannot be automated. Okay, some test cases that should be handled through manual testing. So these are the features that is need to be handled by uh, manual. Okay, so okay, so let's go to the next one. So before going to Playwright, what we should know. Okay, so basically, so Playwright is developed by Microsoft. Okay, and also to run Playwright libraries, okay, we need some coding. So we need some coding knowledge. So and also Microsoft supports TypeScript. So anyone heard about TypeScript before? Okay, no worries. I can teach you everything. So it is supported by TypeScript. Okay, so and also it, the combination of Playwright with JavaScript, TypeScript will have a very good community support because Playwright is developed in the Node ecosystem. Have you anyone heard about Node? Okay, I can tell you that too. So basically, uh, JavaScript it's a very lightweighted scripting language which is executed, which will run only on the browsers before. Okay, so the modern technologies they wanted that to be executed because it's a wonderful feature. So they all wanted that to be run on the outside the browser. Okay, I'll give you an example. So the console, I can write a see. So I have written one JavaScript code. So basically, this will do the print statement. Okay, whatever we enter here, it will give a print. Okay, so how this is executed? because it has a run engine that is inside the browser. Okay, before it was called as a ECMAScript. So they wanted to use this wonderful feature outside of the browser globally. So what they did is they have introduced Node. So Node is basically is a run engine. So if a car need to run means it requires engine, right? Like that, if your script want to run means it requires some engine. So the Node is a run engine. Okay. By using this Node package manager and Node, we are running the JavaScript outside of the browser. Okay, that's the reason we need Node. And also, uh, Playwright is built under the Node.js ecosystem. So what it will have, it will have a very good community support. If there is any support we needed, basically where will we go? We'll go for the documentation. It will have a very good documentation, and if there is any feature is coming, means first it will release on the TypeScript on JavaScript basis. After that only you go for the other scripting language. Okay. So far any questions?
No.
Yes. No.
Should be handle JavaScript and TypeScript, or else also Python also they handle, no? Or just only for Java and
No. It supports JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, Java, and C Sharp. Okay, but the Playwright is built in the JavaScript and TypeScript ecosystem, Node.js ecosystem. So, if it is giving some any feature or any documentation, we will have a good documentation support and community support from them. Okay, and also in current market, everybody expecting the tester should know everything, manual as well as automation. In automation, they want more people to be know the Playwright with JavaScript and TypeScript. So this will, if you learn JavaScript and TypeScript, then you will have the more number of openings.
No,
Okay.
what about AI testing and agentic AI testing?
Yeah, that will come under the course. That is different. But before that, we should know. So if you are prompting in AI, before that, we should know what we should prompt, right? For that, we should know what is Playwright and what is JavaScript and how the framework structure is built and what type of prompt we have to give. Lot of things are there. Before going to agentic AI, there is a separate session that will be taken care by another staff. So you will know under this course itself.
Which is best, learning JavaScript, TypeScript with JavaScript, TypeScript, and Playwright, or agentic AI, which is better? Like,
Agentic
which has
AI is
more
completely
scope?
different.
Okay.
Yeah. It has a more scope, but that is completely different. First, you should learn the JavaScript and core concept. Then you should know the features of Playwright. Then how we are integrating our AI these framework structures. You got my point?
Yeah, clear, clear.
Yeah. Yeah. We are going with this combo. Then only we have lot of openings and also long term we can survive in the market. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So before going to JavaScript and TypeScript, you should all have one thing in your mind. Coding is very easy to learn. It's not a big deal. We should not panic, and it is very easy to learn. We're gonna cover all the concept one by one. So spending 30 to 1 hour per day in the coding, you will be master in end of this course. Okay. So everybody is new for coding.
yes.
Okay, I take it as yes. But so you don't have to worry about the coding thing. I will share all the knowledge, and you will become good developer on developing the Playwright scripts. Okay. So now, so as a kickstart today, we will first see what are the concepts available in the JavaScript. It's a major concept we should know. Okay, there are a lot of things in JavaScript, but what is required for our course, that is enough. Okay, so basically in JavaScript, we will be learning the variables, data types, functions, string, arrays, inbuilt functions. I'll show you the things, loopings, conditions, statements, lot of concepts are there. So these are the major concepts we're gonna cover in the initial phase of JavaScript. Okay, and today we're gonna do one simple kickstart. Okay, so anyone know anything about variables or JavaScript?
Yes,
Okay, so can you tell me what is variable?
variables is used to store the data. Like for example, if you take some int a equal to 10, then we have to print that int a equal to 10 by using operators. Like
Exactly,
to save the
exactly.
yeah.
So basically, variable is like a bucket. So we're gonna store something in the bucket. It's kind of, it will store our data. Okay. So variable are used to store data like the number, text, and array and object are all upcoming classes you will know. But basically in variable we can store anything. Okay. And also there are three types of variables in JavaScript. Okay. One is var. Okay. So var is so one of the type of variable. It has been used from the beginning, and it's a older way. In current latest ECMAScript versions, ES6 plus, we are not that much using var, but in interview point of view, we should know what is var. Okay, so basically, var is a function scope. I'll show you why. So var is a older way, and also the var is a function scope and can be redeclared and can be updated, and default value is undefined. Okay, let's go one by one. So why it is a redeclare? Okay, so basically, and
Sorry to interrupt. You're sharing any screen? Hello.
oh, sorry. So now you're able to see?
No,
No.
no.
No, now you have stopped sharing.
Because we have just that introduction. Ah, yeah. Now it's visible.
Oh, okay, okay,
Thank you.
okay. Good thing you have told. Okay, so so this is variable. Okay, so I am going to provide some name to the variable that should be meaningful. Okay, so what I'm giving is I'm just going to give our first name as a playwright. Okay, so the console.log is one of the function in JavaScript. You used to print the statement which is passed in this open and close bracket. Okay, so when you are running it, so whatever data is present here, it will be printed in the console. Okay, so this is the way of assigning the value in the variable. Okay, so what is redeclare? Okay, I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to use same variable name. So this is the variable name and different variable value. So value will be like automation testing. Okay, so let's see what data it will print. So it's basically prints the what is the recently updated value. So we are using the same variable name. Okay, So this operation has been allowed previously. So it prints the whatever data which is updated here. Okay. So this is called redeclare operation. Okay. So let's see what is updated. Okay. So I'm going to use existing variable name. I'm not going to declare again. Okay. See here, before we have redeclared, for that we have used the var name, so, variable name. Now we are not using a variable. We just going to assign. I'm going to change this value. Okay. I'm going to print as a change. Let's see what happened. So the value has been updated. Okay. So what if there is no data is assigned? I didn't assign anything. Okay. Let's I'm not assigning any value to this variable. I'm just simply declared here. Okay. So let's see what we'll be getting. So we have got as a undefined. So when there is no data available on the variable, by default it will give you as a undefined. So undefined is basically it is not equal to zero, not equal to space, okay, or not equal to null. It's just empty. Okay. So this is the feature of var, which is it has been used in old ways. Okay. Now there are
So
some
the
features.
undefined is considered as null also or not null actually? I'm just
Not null. No, nothing. Simply nothing. The no nothing will be created. Okay. There will be a separate session for what is undefined and null and all. Okay, and lot of what are the data types. There is a separate session. Okay. Now we can understand what is var, and this is the older way. Okay. So what is a new feature has been introduced? Okay. There is a new variables that has been introduced on the ECMAScript E6. So which is let and const. So let's see what is the features in the letter, what let and const will do. Okay, let's go with the let. Okay, so let, I'm going to give a name, first name as a playwright same, and I'm going to execute this, and it printed what are the value we entered. Okay, so why it cannot be redeclared? Let's see why it is not redeclared. Again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to declare a duplicate one, same let, same first name, and this time I'm going to mention as a automation testing. Okay, let's see what happens. So what happens? We got an error. So syntax error, identify first name as already been declared. So it is already used and already declared. So we should not be redeclaring it, and we can't use the same variable like this. Okay, this is a new feature which is introduced on the ES6 plus. Okay, so then what can we do? We can update. We can't redeclare, but instead we can update if you want to change the data. Okay, so how can we update? So I'm going to give here first name, going to connection testing. Okay, so let's see what will happen. See, it has been updated. So basically, we can't redeclare. It won't support that, but we can update the value. Okay, now let's see what is const will do. Okay, and also let's see what for default value. I'm not giving any value for the let. Okay, I'm just gonna simply print. What is the default value? So it is a undefined. Okay, so each if a variable is not declared with anything means it will be goes under the undefined. Okay, so now let's go to the const. So there is a const. It's another wonderful feature in the JavaScript. And if you execute, it will run. So basically, const won't support redeclare as well as we cannot be update the value. Let's see why. So when we redeclare, see, it has already declared. We should not redeclare. Okay, so can we update that? I'm going to update. I'm going to enter again. See, this is assigned to a const variable. So if value is assigned to const means it cannot be changed. Okay. Any questions so far? Hi team. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I take this as a no. Okay. So today what we seen is let's go one by one. So today we have seen why we need automation testing and what is the tools available in the market and what is the most tool previously most used tool. We gone through the Selenium and also what is the current best tool in the market, and we have seen what is Playwright and its users, and now it is supported in the modern web application. And we have gone through the wonderful architect of Playwright, and before and also what is the limitations in the Playwright, and in coding why we are going for the JavaScript and TypeScript. And today we did one wonderful kickstart with the topic variables. Okay. Any questions so far?
Doubt actually regarding like if using a Java means we are initializing the packages, right? String that IO string something. In this
Yes, yes, yes.
JavaScript, either we need to include any packages or default it has been created in the initial way. I'm just in doubt.
In JavaScript, if yeah, if you know the Java, in Java we need to import the packages. So that will come from the Maven. So Maven from there it will interconnect and we will get those packages. In JavaScript, by default, most of the things will be enabled. If you need some certain operations, by that time we will be importing those classes. Okay.
Obviously, it will come right from certain period
Yeah,
of
yeah,
time.
it will. Yeah, yeah, of course. For that, we also will be learning import and export. All the script will be needed. Okay. Yeah. So that's it from my end. Any questions? Any doubt?
TypeScript and JavaScript, you have to learn both, or only JavaScript you have to learn?
Sorry, come again.
TypeScript and JavaScript, you have to learn both language, both, or only one we have to learn?
Initially, we'll be learning what is JavaScript. Okay. In JavaScript, it's a dynamic language. So we don't have to put you should first we should know the JavaScript. Okay. TypeScript is superset of JavaScript. Okay, so example, this is so here I am assigning some value. Okay, so do you know what is this data type? Basically, It's a string.
String.
Okay, it's one of the data type. Okay, in JavaScript, we won't be mentioning anything. We can declare, we can pass string, number, or true or false, anything we can. We don't have any type restriction. But in TypeScript, we'll be restricting. So if you want to pass string means here it will accept only string value. If we pass a number or a boolean means it won't support and it will throw an error. Okay, basically, TypeScript will is used in major larger applications. So the code readability and the debugging will be easy using TypeScript. And also our current market expecting the person to know JavaScript as well as TypeScript. Okay. Any questions?
Hi, actually, I'm having one doubt. Like, say in Selenium, we'll be using both Selenium with C Sharp and Selenium Java kind of thing. So, in
Okay.
current market, they are preferably using Playwright with TypeScript and JavaScript, or
Yes.
are they expecting Python or anything else?
No, no. In current market, lot of openings are coming under the Playwright with JavaScript and TypeScript. Mostly TypeScript. Playwright with
Oh,
TypeScript.
okay.
Yeah.
So in the end of this Playwright, you might be sharing something about that AI also, right? So how to
Yes, yes, of course. Because today the AI is very must. Okay.
yeah.
So you will be learning AI too, and how the AI integration is done on our automation script, and how we are developing the automation script using AI. But before that, you should know the major concept. And when you are using AI, it will be very easy. You won't be typing that much code. You're only verifying the code. Okay. Okay. So I guess that's it from my end. Let me stop sharing my screen. And any questions or doubt, we can have a separate discussion.